found him outside Hall's suite in the Midtown Hotel, knocking. His knock went unanswered, whereupon Ellery tried the door, found it opened to his hand, and walked in. And there was a bone-thin little man with a white thatch and a bush tan, stretched out on the carpet, face down, with a brassy-looking oriental paper knife in his back. Ellery leaped for the phone, told the hotel operator to send up the house doctor and call the police, and got down on one knee beside the prone figure. He had seen an eyelid flicker. "Mr. Hall," he said urgently, "who did it? Which one?" The already cyanosed lips trembled. At first nothing came out, but then Ellery heard, quite distinctly, one word. "Hall!" the dying man whispered. "Hall? Which Hall? Millie? One of your nephews? Mr. Hall, you have to tell me." But Mr. Hall was not telling anything more to anybody. The man from down under was down under, and Ellery knew he was not going to come up again, ever. The following day Ellery was an inquisitive audience of one in his father's office at police headquarters. The director was, of course, Inspector Queen. The cast were the three Halls, Millicent, Preston, and James. The Banty inspector put them through their paces peevishly. "All your uncle was able to get out before he died," snapped the inspector, "was the name Hall, which tells us it was one of you, but not which one." "This is an offbeat case, God help me," the old man went on. "Murders have three ingredients: motive, means, opportunity. You three match up to them pretty remarkably. Motive? Only one of you benefits from Herbert P. Hall's death, and that's you, Miss Hall." Millicent Hall had a large bottom and a large face with a large nose in the middle of it. She was plain enough, Ellery concluded, to have grasped at the nettle murder in order to achieve that luscious legacy. "I didn't kill him," the girl protested. "So say they all, Miss Hall. Means? Well, there are no prints on the knife that did the job, because of the chase work on the handle and blade, but it's an unusual piece, and establishing its ownership has been a cinch. Mr. Preston Hall, the knife that killed your uncle, belongs to you." "Belonged to me," coughed Preston Hall, a long, lean shipping clerk with the fangs of a famished ocelot. "I presented it to Uncle Herbert just last week. Father left it to me, and I thought Uncle Herbert might like to have a memento of his only brother. He actually cried when I gave it to him." "I'm touched," snarled the inspector. "Opportunity? One of you was actually seen and identified loitering about the hotel last night after the dinner party broke up, and that was you, James Hall." James Hall was a bibulous fellow, full of spirits of both sorts. He worked, when one of the spirits moved him, in the sports department of a tabloid. "Sure it was me," James Hall laughed. "Hell, I stayed around to have a few belts, that's all, before tootling on home. Does that mean I am the big bad slayer?" "This is like coming down the stretch in a three-horse race," complained Inspector Queen. "Millicent Hall is leading on motive, though I'd like to point out that you, Preston, or you, James, could have knocked the old boy over to teach him a lesson for not leaving his money to you. Preston's leading on means. I have only your uncorroborated word that you gave the letter knife to Herbert Hall. What I do know is that it's yours. Though again, even if you did give Hall the knife, you, Millie, or you, James, could have used it in that hotel room. And James, you're leading on opportunity. Though your brother or sister could have easily sneaked up to your uncle's room without being seen. Ellery, what are you sitting there like a dummy for?" "I'm thinking," said Ellery, looking thoughtful. "And have you thought out," asked his father acidly, "which one of the Halls their uncle meant when he said Hall killed him? Do you see a glimmer?" "Oh, more than a glimmer, Dad," Ellery said. "I see it all." Challenge to the listener. Who killed Uncle Herbert from Australia, and how did Ellery know? "Old Herbert was right, Dad," Ellery said. Millie, drooling over the prospect of